So the page is www.cgfns.org, or you just go on Google and search CGFNS Connect. Then it's gonna open for you a page. You're going to put your email, your password, some security questions. Then after putting in the security questions, you're going to start doing the entering your other information, your personal information, your contact information, then your employment, where have you been working before, all the facilities you've worked, and for every facility you need to put a reference, their phone number or their email in there. Then your specialty, are you med-surg, are you cath lab, are you OR, are you labor and delivery, whatever specialty you are from back home. And here is where people say, like, I am not specialized. I did not go for higher diploma, for masters to specialize in something. For you to be specialized, you don't have to have gone to school to do that as a specialty. Specialty means a field where you have worked for the longest and a field where you feel competent to practice in. So that is what we term as your specialty. So for most of us who have not been in the other specialized unit, we mostly use med-surg, because I assume everybody that has been to school has worked in medical and surgical ward. That is basically what med-surg entails. So you will put your specialty in there, and then you put your licensing organization. So most of us is nursing council. If you're requesting for licensing from, you're going to put at some during while you're creating your profile, you're also going to choose a board of nursing. The board of nursing you're going to choose is in the US. This is where you want your papers sent to after they have been evaluated by CGFNS, for them to be able now to walk you through the next journey, because CGFNS is one process, validating your credentials. What happens after credentials have been validated? After they have been validated, you will need now to work with a specific board of nursing. The board of nursing has the different states. You can choose Texas, Pennsylvania, Maryland, any state in the US to be your BON. Where this is now where your credentials from CGFNS will be sent, so that now they can start the next process of registering is the Pearson VU, which is run by board of nurses, so that now they can walk you through that, and now you can register for your NCLEX and now get your authorization to test and do the NCLEX. That's a all different chapter. So you will choose a BON, your licensing. So for us who already have the CGFNS and have the Board of Nursing from Kenya and from our first state and our second state, and are looking for registration for a third state, so we will have all our licenses put in together. For you who is in Kenya who only have the Nursing Council, so you just put your licenses from Nursing Council. Then after the licenses, you're going to put now your higher education. Where did you get your diploma from? Where did you get your bachelor's from? And then your general education from high school, primary school. For the high school and the primary school, you do not need to like send any documents to those institutions for them to fail. But for your licensing, there's some documents you send to Nursing Council, pay some fee for the Nursing Council to process your licensing information and send to CGFNS stroke board of nursing. And then the university will still, or the college will still do the same, but for the high school you're just supposed to upload your certificate, your high school certificate, that and then any other education you have besides the higher education, high school. Then now from there, you if you have already done your English proficiency test, that is the IELTS that most of us do, or the TOEFL, you're going to enter the number. There's a number that is on that exam card. Once you do it, you're going to enter that number on your CGFNS. So up to that point, you are completed with filling up the CGFNS. So what next after that? After that, there's some money you pay. Currently it's around, the last time I checked it was around $425 if I'm not wrong. These things keep changing. I know the last time I helped a person to walk through that process was 385. I was just checking online the other day. I saw something around 425. It could be different, but once you finished with filling all this information, you are now going to pay a fee. The fee you're going to pay is for the CGFNS to start the evaluation of your credentials. And once you have paid the fee, you will be able to generate 2 to 3 papers. The first paper will be for the nursing license council. So you're going to take it to the Nursing Council of Kenya. Then they are going to fill it up. You pay a fee, I think is around 12,000. I don't know whether the fee will change now that they are not sending the information via DHL. Right now there is an option of just them emailing all the information to CGFNS and to the board of nurses, the board of nursing that you choose. I don't know whether the cost will still be the same or it's gonna change. But the last time I checked, if you have one level of education, it's usually 12,000. Like if you have a diploma only, it's 12,000 for nursing council. If you have a degree alone, it's 12,000. But if you did a diploma and did a degree, should be around 19,000, around there. So you're going to print these papers and take to nursing council, pay the fee, then they are going to fill it up and send to CGFNS and the BON. Then there's another paper you're going to print and take it to where you got your diploma or your bachelor's from. If you have a diploma separately and a bachelor separately, you're going to have two papers. You're going to have one for your diploma. You take it to the college that gave you your diploma. They are going to fill it and you send it to CGFNS via DHL. I don't know currently the what will happen now that you can send it without having to do the DHL. I know DHL has been the thing, so we know we'll be doing 4,000 for the DHL. Without DHL, I don't know whether the fees are going to change, but we're going to know. Or somebody who has done this after the DHL component has been eliminated can maybe educate us on that. If you also got a bachelor's now after the diploma, you also go to those schools. So they're going to process your transcript and all that and send to the board of nursing or to the CGFNS. Remember, you are not supposed to send these documents yourself. When you send yourself, they think that maybe you changed some stuff. So it is sent to an envelope that is written where you studied and sealed from the university. So if you want to go post it yourself, you're going to carry it, but the school is going to seal it. When you go to whoever is sending, you're going to write is the school that is sending, it's not you that is sending. But rarely will institution give you the envelope to go send. Most of them will ask you, especially those who went to KMTC, know this. I was not in KMTC, but I know they have been paid a standard fee for processing of the papers plus the 4K, then they can send it. So as I said, I don't know whether the figures will change now that we are not going through the DHL. Is not a compulsory to use the DHL to send the documents. And then after that, you're going to wait for around, I think, 6 weeks to get the CES report. Once you get the CES report now, the board of nursing will also have gotten your report. Now you can start working with the board of nursing directly to prepare for NCLEX. There are other requirements. I never went through this process because, as I said earlier, I got an agency while I was in the process of doing this, while I was waiting for my CES report and already submitted my university documents and the nursing council documents. In between submitting and waiting for the CES report, that's when I got an agency. So I never went through the BON process, but I know it's not a complex process. As far as I have your CGFNS, you engage them directly. They will tell you the fee you pay to register for NCLEX, authorization, all that. Mostly it's less than 50,000 Kenya shillings for all that process. Then after that, now you can go do your NCLEX from wherever spot you want to do it, South Africa, Kenya, India, wherever you choose to go do it. But not the challenge for going through this process as an individual candidate without having to go through an agency is that NCLEX revision materials are not readily available in Kenya. You have like to buy them online for you to be able to go through this. This is not a process for somebody who is struggling financially. The independent way is not for anybody that is struggling financially. Assuming buying New World, Kaplan, Archer's Review, Simple Nursing, all this stuff costs money. So I did not say this, but this is a process that for a person who does not want to go through an agency and they just want to do the exam and pass, then look for an agency later. Or you already have a spouse who has done NCLEX and through a board or through an agency, and the two of you do not want to tie yourself to an agency. So one of you goes through the agency, then the other one does NCLEX as an independent person, so that when you hit the ground in the US, you both of you start working. Or somebody wants to just process their things. I have more than 20 people who did this, but you have to have some level of financial muscle to be able to do this. So it is possible, it is manageable. So you can get resources from Telegram groups, you can get resources from, you can buy a few, then you can borrow and exchange some from your friends. I know I've done that so many times for my independent friends. Like, let me talk to my friend to share this with you. Also buy one so that when they share their account with you, you also share their account. Like, there's a way you can exchange information and both of you get to acquire knowledge and learn. So once you're done with all that, you can prepare for NCLEX and you go past your NCLEX. Once you have passed the NCLEX, what's next? The next part is, if you are the principal, you will need to get an agency. The importance of getting an agency is because their system are organized. They have attorneys at all the levels. So the paper processing is very easy. Personally, I do not know any nurse who has come to the US without an agency, like they were able to process the entire bit of the process without an agency. Currently, I do not know of any, but if I get to know of any, maybe I will invite them to tell you how they did it. But what I know is most people do all this process independently until the point you pass your NCLEX, then you get an agency to now start processing for you the I-140, filing your papers, your NVC papers, the until your case complete, until you get your embassy appointment. The agencies do that, and because they have been doing this for long and they have machinery and the muscles to do this, it is an easier process when you're doing it with an agency. So at the end of the day, the agency will still come in play. So just think about it. Yeah, it is possible, it is manageable. You just need to make it possible, to make it work. So yeah, then the other thing I needed to say is, after you have gotten to that point again, uh, no, before I go there, I need to say this process would also work for any young person who has just finished college. They do not meet the 2-year experience that most agencies need to start engaging you or to give you a contract to sign with them. So I have finished KMTC, I have finished my bachelor's, and I know my ultimate goal is to go to the US. If I start engaging any agency right now, they will think I am not qualified because for sure I do not have experience outside of college. If you have the financial muscle to walk yourself through this process, CGFNS, Pearson View, read for your exam and pass your NCLEX, then once you've passed your NCLEX, you may not have hit the 2 years of experience, but at least you may be 1 year of experience. Once you have the pass for the NCLEX, you are hot cake, even if you do not have any experience. An agency might just take you somewhere where they feel doesn't need a lot of experience. They may not take you to an acute care hospital, but they can take you to a psychiatry hospital, which is not bad. The ultimate goal is landing to the US. They can take you to a psychiatry hospital or they can take you to a nursing rehab. Because I know people who started with the agencies, but the hospitals they were working in back in Kenya were at some point the agencies like stopped working with those hospitals and they were like, this hospital we are not working with them for med surg anymore, but they already have you in the system, so they will process for you the entire papers, but when it comes to placement they will place you in I've seen people go to psychiatry and rehab, which are not bad and which many people would actually prefer because there is less tension compared to an acute hospital. So there are so many things to think around this. I hope I have offered as much accurate information as possible. In case you have any question, go down and ask. I will try as much as possible to answer. I hope this time I'll not be disappearing again. And I hope to see you soon. I love you so much, and I hope to see you cross over to this other side. There are so many beautiful things on this other side. And I bet to leave at 6 and I need to start my drive, my 45 minutes drive to work. So, ciao, bye, love you. Mwah. See ya.